So to get the Room EQ Wizard set up for a feedback loop, the first thing you got to do with your Steinberg UR28 or any Steinberg interface, you're going to have three outputs on this particular one, A, B and C. You need to set up on the back, we need to go from the left, which is any of these. There's channel 1, 2 and 3, and the left is the top one. So you need to have a feedback loop going from any of the outputs on the left to the left for the input where the microphone is going to be. So in this case, 1 and 2, I found out 1 is left and 2 is right. So to go from left to left, you need to go from any of the top row lefts into number 1. That's the feedback loop. So you're going to have just one, like a guitar cable, going into from here into that one. So into number 1. So that's left to left. You do have a 48 volt to do your measurements with your measurement mic, but you leave the 48 volt off for this because you don't want to send that through. Then you're going to go into preferences. So you go to preferences here. You're going to go down to preferences, set that up. For what you're using here, I'm just using Java drivers, and you're going to use your Steinberg UR28 for your output and your input. You're going to go from left to left, default out to default out, and to default in. And then when you set calibrate, you're going to calibrate. So what this calibrate's going to do is work out your sound card, which in this case is your UR28M, so you're going to go calibrate, and then you're going to go next. So you're going to go down here, click on next, and then as you click on next, you're going to see on the screen -12. Now you want the in to match the out as much as you can, so I'm going to go here and turn this knob up, and as I turn the knob up, you're going to see the in go up. So see the in's coming up, and you want to set it between 14 and about 22. So you want it to get it about -14, somewhere around about there, somewhere between -14 and 22, minus 22, sorry. So that's about good there. And then you just go down, you click next, and that will make a file. You clicked next again, I think, and that creates a file. Whoops. Aha, yes. And that will then measure the headroom, and it will do its thing, and then in the background it will have a file that should come out, and it should look like this. Should look with a steep curve, and that's your calibration there. So then you go ahead and you save that. You click this little button here, and you click save, and that's your calibration. Now what happens is when you do your measurement, you plug your microphone back into this one, back into your main in. You plug your left and right outs again back into your main outputs for your main speakers. In this case, I'm measuring a pair of these big ones underneath for one test. So they'll go to there. You'll turn your 48 volt on, and then you'll go through a calibration to get your microphone hearing. But that's basically how you do the sound card calibration for this. And then there's a second part for getting the measurement and the output of the measurement for the mic actually set up. So this is the sound card calibration. Now what happens is this profile, when it's saved and you load it, so once you've saved it, you'll go back into preferences, and you'll go into make a cal, and then once that's saved, you'll load this calibration file into the file, and that will then save that, and that's your calibration. What that does is when you measure with your mic, it takes that calibration. Room EQ Wizard takes this calibration, and it works out the noise cancellation from the actual sound output device or the sound card, and it creates a proper flat measurement.